You're watching Hot Ticket, your source for what's happening in Hampton Roads. I'm your host, Michelle Seeger, and it is Quilt Fest time. I'm completely jazzed. I love quilting myself, but let's see who can give us really all the details. Ryan LaFata, Sandy Curran, very glad to have you both here.
Thank you for having us.
Ryan, can you tell us all the vital statistics? What do we need to know?
Sure. Well, this is Mid-Atlantic Quilt Festival 25. It'll take place at the Hampton Roads Convention Center. It'll be February 27th and 28th, and March 1st and March 2nd. So it's a Thursday through a Sunday. The cost is $15. That includes readmission, and it is $13 for Sunday only. So if you want to come just for Sunday, you can pay $13 and come only for that day. And children 16 or under are free. And it'll run 10 a.m. to 6 p.m. every day except for that Sunday, which is 10 a.m. to 4 p.m.
It's a beautiful thing. And there's a lot going on for that very small admission price. Sandy, tell us some of the things that will go on.
Well, for real devotees, and I encourage you to be one of them this year, you can register as a participant and take classes. And they're offered across the spectrum, from very traditional to very innovative, technique classes, pattern classes, anything you want to find, you'll find there. There's even one gal who makes teddy bears, and she'll teach you all how. Yeah, she does every year. She's got a huge following. Another gal that makes hats. But if you don't want to take classes, there are vendors of every description. It's not just quilting. If you want to come and see the quilts, then you can buy jewelry or vintage clothing or not too many quilts, but some vintage quilts.
There's some sewing-related craft items and some books, and I think this year we have over 250 vendors.
Oh
Is
my
it that
goodness.
Yeah.
Wow, okay.
Yep.
Not to mention do we get to see the contest entries? Because people will be entering.
Yeah, the contest entries are right in the center, and they are judged before the show opens, so you get to see who won and who didn't win. And they're broken down into traditional and innovative and wall quilts. And there's a real spectrum there. You know, you can find everything from grandma's quilt, kind of elevated to a bit of an art, but to the crazy stuff I do that relates in no way to what you'd put on a bed. So everything is there. Everything for the quilter is there, but also for the knitter. There's just all kinds of other craft, because quilters like other crafts too.
Absolutely.
So we have everything.
Yeah, I wouldn't say quilting is a gateway craft, because I think really knitting is more of a gateway craft. Quilting is more once you're really hooked.
Oh yeah, most of us quilters understand the meaning of the word obsession.
Most definitely.
Yes.
I mean, you've produced some beautiful things that we're surrounded with right now, including this more small piece.
Yeah, that would be my miniature, because I usually work quite large, and then I decided to miniaturize one of my cats. And frankly, it took every bit as long and as much work as the big one, and I said, maybe not again. But there are people who love working in miniature, and they miniaturize the most exotic quilts, incredible detail.
Yeah, I can't imagine what would be more difficult.
I think it's more difficult than working big.
To cut the smaller and to do all the little things. But I mean, all of this is stuff that you can see, you can learn about, you might even be able to buy at this year's Quilt Fest.
You can buy patterns, and you can buy some vintage quilts. The quilts in the show and the quilts in the other exhibits are not for sale directly at the show. You can contact the maker of the quilt, and they may be delighted to sell it to you, but not through the show. Their local guilds exhibit, they have their quilts there. Now there are raffle quilts. There's probably a dozen raffle quilts that you could win. And they're all exhibited in the entrance and down in through the show. There are national traveling exhibits. Studio Art Quilters is one. There are fabric challenges that are exhibited. There are clothing. Quilted clothing is big. There's a category in the show just for clothing, and then you can go around to the booths and find vendors for clothing, for silks, and just fabulous.
Something
fabulous
for everyone.
For everyone.
Whether you're looking for
Absolutely.
inspiration or fabric. Well, get the scoop on everything Quilt Fest related by calling 727-8311 or visiting quiltfest.com. For Hot Ticket, I'm Michelle Seeger.